Hey, what's up? My name is Alex. So this is my first time ever recording a video for YouTube. Right now I'm just showing you just some parts I've been collecting over the winter just to get just stuff to, you know, fix up my car since it's been down since like November. So on my left, I got the K-Tuned. It's the rear camera kit. As you can see here, you know, new bushings, everything's new. And then these are just some basic maintenance. So I got some DOT brake fluid. I got more bottles in my garage, but I just decided to bring one out. I'm going to do a brake flush, and then I'm also going to be replacing the clutch master cylinder and the slave cylinder as well. So obviously we're going to have to bleed that clutch system. And then just some coolant, because when I bought the car, bought it out in August. Previous owner honestly did not really take care of the car. It does have 128,000 miles. Other than that, it's kind of a shit box, so I'm just trying to make it all nice. And then the big main thing is the clutch. I did get a competition clutch. Everything is new. It's been sitting in my closet for a couple months now. As you can see, new clutch. We got the clutch alignment tool, and then we got the throw bearing, but I'm gonna change this to like a Honda OEM throw bearing, since I've heard that a lot of these go out pretty easily. And then I am still gonna use this pilot bushing right here though. All right, so here's my RSX Type S. It has been sitting in the garage for a couple of months. Obviously, you can see the snow. I had it out earlier. I didn't know it was going to snow, so I just quickly put it in the garage. But yeah, previous owner, he had mismatched bumpers. He had this carbon little duck lip wing, which I kind of fuck with, but might just change back to like the OEM Type R ones, I guess you could say. Low-key, I did get that rear camber kit. I just slapped a sticker on there just because. But yeah, he did delete all the seats, so I kind of wish he still had that. He did put on this, like this fucking mini roll cage. He did have NOS, but when I bought the car, obviously didn't work. And I actually just went to Virginia to pick up this transmission. I live in Minnesota, so it was a fuckload of driving that I had to do, but it was ultimately worth it. 6-speed. But yeah, well, in my state and nearby states around me, you know, it's pretty hard to find K20Z1 transmissions. I could have gone with the Z3 transmission, but they're kind of pretty overpriced. Most of the ones I've been looking at were like $3,000 for that has like a 200,000 miles on it. So I'm like, it's not worth it. But yeah, it gives pretty much race car drives. It's gutted. He had the bright seats. I low-key just might change them for OEM one. Besides the mismatched bumpers from the front and the rear, the body's in pretty good condition. This is a California car. He did buy it from California, and he stored it in his garage, but obviously it's not well taken care of. I did check underneath fender wells and like the well underneath where the exhaust sits. There's no rust, no corrosion, so which is a good thing. And coming to the wheels, I did buy these Kansei wheels, and then I wrapped them around some Falcon wheels. Excuse me, I'm fucking stupid. Some Falcon tires. And then previous owner did have just the stock calipers, but I went ahead and bought the DC5 Creations big brake kit and just some fucking rotors from eBay, pretty cheap. But I should have just bought some Jordan Slaughter rotors, but I'll probably do that this summer when it gets warmer. And then coming to the carbon fiber hood, obviously he did that. Nothing wrong with this. I actually pretty like it. It has like these little hood clips. You can lock them up. He didn't give me the keys, but like thank God they were just unlocked when I bought them. But like I said, mismatched bumpers. Obviously I want to just get a spec lip and just paint everything, not the whole car, but just paint match the both front and rear bumpers with the car itself, just so it looks nice. Get rid of these headlights. I don't really like them. Yeah, like I said, I don't really like them, so I'll probably just switch back to like those OEM headlights. And then coming to the engine bay, so this is a mess, as you can tell. All those wires. This is his NOS kit that he had all those wires. It's a pain in the ass. So like you can even see all the wires he had just routed into the firewall. Pretty shitty job, as well as the headlights. Look at all those wires just wrapping around. You can see that black wire right there. But me personally, I'm not really good with wires, so probably just have my cousin just like remove all the shit, rewire stuff. He has some like HIDs, like some AutoZone bullshit for like the low beam headlights, so I want to get rid of that, wiring in new OEM like pigtails, just for I just want everything to be OEM plus, you know. But I did change the valve cover. I got the K-Tune oil dipstick and the oil cap. And then I did put in an engine cold air intake. Obviously, I just took it off because I'm thinking about replacing the clutch. You can actually see it over there. It's just right against the fucking wall right there. Yeah, garage is pretty messy, but it'll do just to have the car in here, because obviously I don't want to expose to snow, even though there's just a bit of snow right there. But I don't want this shit to rust. I'm not trying to drive it in the winter. I want it to be a summer car, you know. But yeah, when I bought the car, I bought it it was 128,000 miles. I got it for $5,000, which I felt like it was a steal. The one thing that was wrong with the car when I first bought it, and he even told me this, it was the fourth gear did not work at all. Like, it would not engage. First, second, third, fifth, and sixth, and reverse worked. So I was driving the car good for like 2 months. I didn't really worry about that fourth gear, because obviously I was just gonna change the transmission, until one day I literally pulled up to my driveway when that shit blew. So my second gear blew, my main shaft bearing blew, so it was low-key a pain in the ass. So ever since then, I just parked the car in the garage. Been looking, I swear to God, I've been looking for like a couple months for a fucking transmission. Couldn't find anything, but I finally found one, and I'm happy. But unfortunately, it's cold as shit outside. It's snowing, you know. I could take it to work and use a lift at my shop, but I don't know how they're a little iffy on it, since it's always busy. So I work at a dealership, so you know how people are over there. By the way, sorry if my fucking voice is trembling or camera work sucks, is because I'm outside. Also, this is my first time, so I'm a little bit nervous. But yeah, other than that, I did change the shifter cables and the bushings itself, because they were ass. Shift selector, I bought them from Hybrid Racing, the little shift selector springs. So I bought those for like around 20 bucks. And the shifter cables were from Jack Spania Racing, just because it was just last minute. They were pretty cheap, and they're like kind of OEM plus. So, but yeah, the one big thing is just the transmission. I want to change it. I already have everything, just waiting on it for the weather to clear up. Then obviously I'm just gonna get rid of this NOS kit bullshit. But yeah, I'm not really a NOS person. I like NA, naturally aspirated, but later down I do want to like take everything out, rebuild it, and you know, have it for boost, ready for boost. But that's probably like the near future. Do want to experience NA for a couple of years before I do that. But by this summer, I do want to get an E85 kit, change the fuel lines, and get bigger injectors. I was thinking about getting that the K-Tune fuel rail with bigger injectors. I still don't know what injectors I want to get, but I do want to change the intake manifold to I think it's a Skunk 2 street manifold. Keep the engine colder intake, obviously. Probably get a bigger throttle body, just so I can force more air in there. And then internally, I was thinking about doing valve springs and retainers. Like, obviously, I believe it's SuperTech valve springs and retainers. And then I do want to do the Drag Cartel 3.2 cams with that like heavy duty chain and shit, so I can honestly like push as much horsepower out of this like naturally aspirated engine as far as I could. And then from there, obviously getting a tune. I was thinking, I don't know if I should go with K-Pro, like a V4, or with Honda. I'm still in the works of that. Obviously, right now I'm in February, so I still got a couple months just to figure out what I want and see what works for me. But right now she's sitting on True Heart coilovers. They're adjustable, as you can see on that side. This other side's covered with a towel. But other than that, everything else is stock. No rust. Well, I bet there's just a bit of corrosion, but it's nothing major. Everything's nice and good. I did loosen like some of the transmission bolts. I was taking some things off, as you can see, just so I can have it ready. I know where I left off with. And one thing I didn't like, literally all these Allen key bolts are like stripped, literally all of them. So it sucks. Gotta have to get an extractor, just replace them with like OEM bolts, I guess, or aftermarket ones. I could do Allen keys myself, but you know, I feel like they strip very easily, so I don't want to risk that and then having to buy extra shit just cause. But yeah, exhaust setup wise, she is on a Skunk 2 Alpha header and exhaust. Again, we got the Hybrid Racing coolant lines and the Mishimoto radiator. And I actually do have another RSX over here. It's actually a base model automatic. My first car when I bought when I was 16. Low-key, I did rice the hell out of it. Like I said, I did rice the hell out of it. So it has a K-Tune header and then a Buddy Club Spec 2 exhaust. So it's straight piped, and then it has an exhaust leak, so it sounds like shit. I put fucking stickers, like a fuckload of stickers on the side mirrors, like right here, the other side. Right now I just have the Skunk 2 one and then the K-Tune sticker back there. That one has like ARP shit because I was building my K20A2 engine that I was supposed to swap, but I ended up selling the engine. But it does have lower control, I think there's Skunk 2 lower control arms and a brace, true hard brace, just because I like the way it looked. But low-key, I might just swap everything from there. Well, as far as like the lower control arm and the brace down to the Type S. So yeah, super loud and super slow. Again, just a mismatched bumper in the front because it was a 02, 04. I didn't like the 02 front bumpers, so I just bought a fucking mismatched bumper from Facebook Marketplace. I bought those Halo headlights. I forgot what brand it was, but they actually look pretty cool. But yeah, other issues with the Type S is that I'm guessing since previous owner wired everything, the high beams don't work. No, excuse me, the low beams don't work, so I have to use the high beams to fucking drive around. And then coming to the windshield wipers, they don't work when I use the switch, obviously. So this is the interior. Try to be as clean as possible, but he did have like this aftermarket, I forgot what it's called, quick release, there we go, quick release steering wheel. I don't really like it. It looks kind of, you know, girly. I Dude at Work did offer me to have a OEM RSX steering wheel, so I might take that one. But he does have the red bucket seats. They're pretty dirty. I think they're the low max ones. Yeah, they're the low max ones. But yeah, this seats, they don't feel as comfortable as I thought they would. So again, I might just buy like those OEM seats because I feel like they're pretty comfortable. I sat in one before. All right, now I can be more comfortable sitting here, but I forgot what this was called. Center console, yeah. Center console's in good condition. Just cleaned it up a bit. So yeah, he did have like the shittiest shifter and the shift knob. It had no shift boot. So that like obviously annoyed the hell out of me. And I like OEM plus stuff, so changed the shifter just to a stock OEM shifter, but a bit better ones. Replace those bushings. And then, God, it's so fucking cold out here, but I got a Skunk 2 shift knob. It's like nice and heavy, so it feels nice in your hand when you're shifting. Obviously I don't have like the shift selector in, so it just kind of wobbles around right now. But I did buy this boot, stapled it in, put it nice and flush into the covers, as you can see. That fucking shit. Oh. He did have like the stock OEM radio, well, the head unit you could say, so I just changed to the Toto one. Works nice, pretty easy and simple to install. He does have this carbon fiber. I like it, but then I don't like it, so I don't know how to feel about it. But yeah, like this car is, like this shit doesn't even want to close. You can see how the fucked up this shit is, so gonna have to fix that. Oh, this is my walkie, damn. But yeah, I've been doing some devious shit with my homies. We be, you know, cruising, you know what I mean? But yeah, like this annoys me. I want to replace this. Either I fix them or I get a fucking gauge and put it all over. Like, you know how this is supposed to be black? It's like the tan one from like the base models or like the different color RSXs. But yeah, she's, I don't know what to say, but she's in a work in progress right now. Obviously it's cold, can't really do much. In a garage that has no space, I can't really do much, or else I would have done it. But yeah, other than that, I'm trying to make this car as clean as possible. Have this as my daily, and you know, shit I can just do in the summer and have fun with my boys. Could be able to cruise around, because lately I just been driving the base, and it's okay to drive, but again, it's loud as hell. I'm not trying to get pulled over. The tires on the base are low-key bold as shit, so I could get into accidents. So lately I've also just been driving like my parents' car, my sister's car. But yeah.